Yeah, so we're back again. I was worried about these regional buses staying here for so long, till they pick up people, but I think it's a good thing. It's kind of what you expect. They're waiting here. When the train comes in, you'll see it here. When the train comes in, a lot of people will get off the train when we stop autosaving, and then they will go to make the connection here with this bus. And you can see they're all getting into this bus because they all want to go to the next place. And when this bus leaves all these people off, which have come from Roseville, they're all going straight to the station to go to San Diego. It's like some of these people, this is just a connection to the next place. So even though they seem to be staying here a while, and sometimes the buses are actually staying here till the train comes, but ooh, the Matrix. But it's okay, because these buses, they're regional buses, and you can see here they're taking quite a long trip, and you'd be losing a lot of money if this bus had two people in it every time it was doing that trip. So this is working really well. Let's see again if we get... Do we get quite a lot of people coming to the bus? And the next bus. Yeah, I like that. It's working really well, and you can see the money is adding up. So this little system works. What's the train like in San Diego? See, San Diego doesn't have any connection to anywhere else, so it's just the people that want to get to Red Rock, but now it's also the people that want to get to Roseville. So I'm wondering, how are my bus stops doing here? Was there something here you could use to see? That shows you the different stations and things. They're all fine here, not that busy. $25. It's not the busiest, but like I said, it's not... Do you have any traffic here? No. Is there anything out there? Is there any other towns out there? I'm not sure there is. Yeah, off over here you've got Madison and San Diego. That would be the thing to do, really. If you could connect another train line here to Madison, you'd create quite a flow of people, because you'd have all the people coming to San Diego, and a lot of those people would be going straight on to wherever. So that might be something to do. There isn't actually any connection to those two at the moment. There's not even a road, so that would be That would have to be good. You could put a road, but train station would be much better. You're going to make money on the train station. And you've got the space here. I think I'm gonna go right ahead and do that, because the idea would be to put the train station here. People get off, they just go here, right beside the next stop, the next leg of their journey. I've got the money. Not that much really when you think that the trains I'm looking at are 12 million. But I'd like to do this in this episode. So let's get the building. We're going to stick with this one. Terminus station. It's the right size. It's got 2 tracks. And I want it to be let's just put it here. I can't see. Are we getting the blue? I want lots of blue connections. That should be okay. Of course, the people that play this game a lot better than me would be using just one station for all this. Not like me, I'm using a different station every time I want to put down a track, which is probably not the best way to go about it, but I have to say, I find running lots of trains on 1 or 2 tracks really confusing. So I'm going to take the high-speed rail thing from this side, doesn't really matter, and we're going to go. This will be interesting because it's a brand new town, and as far as I'm aware here, there really isn't any connection with this town from anywhere. So this is going to bring this a lot of extra people into the system. Oops. I'm trying to keep this cheap. You don't want to be building tunnels and stuff. So let's go a little bit further, and then let's figure out where do I want the train station. I think right here is kind of good. It's in the middle. Can we do it a little bit? That'll do. Now let's see if I, oops. There, that should do. So where's my lines? Oh my God, they're off over here. May have to do a bit of adjustment here, because does it matter? I'm just thinking, does it matter what line I use? That's coming from that line and going to that line, is that right? Right, that fit. So that's coming from, a bit late to be doing, that's coming from the left one. And here, yeah, don't think that makes much difference, but there you go. That's connected. I don't think I need any buses or anything here at this point. This is a very small place. Small enough. Should I stick a little bus stop in, or is it necessary? Let's not bother for the moment. Let's just get the train up and running. A new track, new line. Madison to San Diego. Oh, I hope this works. Sometimes I set these trains and a little red sign comes up saying that something doesn't have a path or something doesn't work, and it immediately panics me. That's connected. Line 1 here, we should call this train 3. And here we go. We got 11 million, so shall we go for this? I think we can go for this one here. It's a diesel thingy. It's nearly 5 million. These are kind of all kind of gambles, a little bit passenger. I'm going to stick with the cheap one. It takes 19 people. Well, how do we know that's the cheapest? It's not even the cheapest. This is cheaper. They all take 19, 21. Huh? Bizarre. 2 million, 1 million, 6. It doesn't really matter. They're all quite similar. 21. Shall I try with 1 or 2? Let's go 2. I can always. Wow, got dropped down to 1 million. We can always take off the car if it's really slow at let's have a look at you. Oh, beautiful, coming through the wood. So we don't really expect to take anybody first time round. I'm just checking to see how long it takes, and this is a pretty decent train. It's diesel, it's not steam. It's fast as well, a lot faster than my old steam train. We got one passenger. Look at that scenery. It's beautiful. Red Dead Redemption comes to mind. Okay, well, we'll need to leave this for a bit. Oh wow, look at that, we got 27 people already. That didn't take long. I was expecting 3 customers. Wow, that's cool. That kicked in very quickly. So that's adding all new people on the system here when it gets to San Diego, because it may be more people for the entire route. And it's also good to try and keep the people from all driving cars. Oh boy, we got nothing going back. We got nothing going back, okay. Well, the people that came, where are they going? Wow, it looks like a lot of people are going straight for the. That's what we need to keep an eye on, you know. It looks like they're going straight for the connection here. 50. $55. No sign of the other train. Ah, here comes the steam train. When I get the money, I think I need to replace the steam train with some kind of at least a diesel train. Although this seems to be going pretty fast. Anyway, look at the amount of people. There were 60 people at the station now, and let me just check the speed of this thing. 60, 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers is pretty good. It's a straight track. So it's got 40 people, but it could have taken 20 more people. So it might be time to add another carriage on. Oh boy, this looks busy here as well. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Let me just pause. It's train 1. And I think we need to add another carriage. 2 million, I can't afford it. 1,600,000, I can't afford any of the carriages. How about that? Well, let's. I might be able to afford it. There. Can I afford it now? 2 million. 1,674,000. I can't afford it. Oh, okay. Not to worry, we'll be able to get it soon. But that's, my god, that station is packed. Oh, the money! It keeps slipping up and down, damn it. I need over 2 million. I really need to get this extra carriage on, because the money is being wasted with all these trips. He could be picking up a lot more people. $40 again. The other thing I might do is do another bus line from San Diego to Madison. Okay, please let me put this thing on here now. Where are we? Here. This one, 2 million, it carries 19. There's nothing carried 20. Why the bizarre numbers? 21, this one, 2,700,000. Can't afford it. There you go. It's starting to get into a decent sized train. So How many people are we taking? A full amount. Excellent, that's what we wanted to see. That's fine. I can't do much more at the moment. I have to wait for some more money. Wow, this looks as dead as a doornail. It's not too bad, this, providing that the train coming in is full. Because the train coming in is adding to the money in the system. We'll see here. And it's got, let's see that, I think it was full. And again, let's have a look at the people. And you can see most of them, they're crossing the road here. And they're going directly into San Diego Station. So that's why that train coming from Madison is that's going to be full again. Look at that. It's full, and my God, there's still tons of. No, they're on the platform. 53, 60 people waiting. Yeah, so I'm saying, so even though there's not lots of people going the other way, let's back again. The thing is, all the people that come on this train, a lot of them seem to go to this train, so it's making money. Definitely making something. I could have put a bus route, but well, it's so far apart. There's no other way, literally, for these people to get to that town. The only way they can get to San Diego is by rail. And this town, that can't go anywhere. But still, that's quite the connection there. San Diego is connected to Madison, and then there's connected to Little Rock. Which, when the trains come in, they get these buses full, and then they go all the way out to Roseville. Roseville has got, where's my, yeah, a lot of activity here with people wanting to take the bus back to Red Rock. And holy fuck, 151, fuck me, what's going on here? God, that's outrageous. 155 rail on the platform. What train is this? Train 2. Oh, I've got to find this train. Here it comes. Do I have any money? Because train 2 needs to get some carriages here. Let's find train 2. Boy. Okay. I've got... Oh, I don't have enough money. I did not expect these to be so busy. 2 million. Okay, stop. Let's here. Train 2. That's you, yeah. You really need another carriage. Can I get you to reverse? That's a bit, I'm just trying to get the extra, yes, 59, but God, there's so many people still in the station. Look at that. And there's nothing I can do. Oh, that surprised me. I did not expect to have like the entire town, it seems, want to go to Red Rock. Wow. So I don't have the money, but when I get the money, I need to add on so much more. Where are all these people coming from? Roseville. 871 on the public transport. 172, I think, going to San Diego. Yeah. I want to try and keep these people on the train. I don't want them all to change and start going to by road, you know. God. Because I've seen what happens if you don't put buses and trains in. You just get completely clogged up with traffic. And right now it's pretty good. Could probably add more buses in. That's kind of bizarre, because the buses are coming from, Red Rock, dropping the people off here, and it's like the people are going straight to the train station, going straight back to Red Rock. This is ridiculous. I can't cope with the demand here at all. What do I do? Do I wait or do I take a bit of a loan? So this train is coming back with 30 people. And it's going to take 59. And we still got 123 left on the track, on the platform. That was kind of bizarre the way they were getting off the bus and going back, but I guess... No, I don't know. See here, they get off the bus, they've come from Red Rock. And where are they going? They're going back home. This is some kind of crazy loop. The money is not adding up that quickly here. I don't know why. I would have thought that my trains and everything are making a lot. Maybe I'm just a bit impatient. You know, train 2, 600,000. It's got the potential to make so much more. The third train, which is doing okay one way, and the first train is doing very well. And the buses and things are doing okay. 14 out of the regional buses. Yeah, the regional buses, well, they're waiting for more people to come around, which just takes a bit of time, but it does seem to work. The other buses going around are all making something. I'd really like to benefit from all this before these people get fed up and go, because that could happen if I don't start to kind of give them the service they need. It's train 2. How about it if I could, let me try here, pause things, train 2. Can we afford another one? Yeah. 78 people. Okay, train 2. Oh, just in time. We're taking 78 people. We've got 82 people. We're making a dent in that. We're making a dent. It's funny, I haven't touched any industries yet. I've been completely wrapped up in this just this connection of the towns, and I can really see, because I've done this differently in the past, but I can really see how by using, I mean, this is the way it seems at the moment. I'm in 1972. But by using the public transport as much as possible, you keep the private transport down, which is the key, really. And so it's important to kind of fill that, you know, satisfy the demand if you've got lots of people waiting. Because like, I'm not sure with these buses waiting forever, it's a good thing. But it seems, when I'm watching it like this and all these people go and they go straight to the buses, and then these buses seem to fill up quite quickly. Kind of. There's 2 gone, that's probably it now. Until the next bus comes. Until the next train comes. Buses are all looking a bit worse for wear. And on this platform, 47, 48. Yeah, so the thing is, oh wow, I have another burst of people on the platform now. Yeah. The buses feed the stations, and the people are moving really from one town to the next. So this train is going to let off its people, and it has to be full. And these people are going to go to the next town, where they're going to probably go to the station to come back. I'd like all these buses to be out of the station here just for once. No. But like I was saying, that's the key, because if you can keep the traffic off the road, then you can start delivering the goods without the traffic jams stopping that. The last time I played this, there was, I mean, I don't even playing it. It was like I started in 1950 or something, and by the time I got to 1960, the traffic was just everywhere. I couldn't move anything. How are we doing here? Is it still very busy? 60. Not so bad anymore. I hope that's because the train has been taking them, and not because people have just decided that I'm not going to bother going to I'm going to take the car, because every time I go to the railway station, there's no room. Right, 68. I think my train is going to cope with all that. Yeah. So for now, that was enough, really. So where do all these people go when they come out? They all go here. They'd like to take a bus to somewhere. If you had another town connected, I suppose. There's a... Oh my god, there is a town over here, but it is not connected by anything. Norfolk. How would you connect Norfolk to Roseville? I guess you could come through this way. Or something. But yeah, that would be... I have to say, I've lost touch with the bus situation. These are just the local buses, I'm sure, bringing people to the station. The station is under control now. We had a build-up, but now it's okay. And what about Little Rock? I keep calling it Red Rock. So, is Little Rock... Oh well, Little Rock is busy now, so this is where we need maybe an extra carriage or two. Little Rock's got 100 people waiting. Little Rock. This is the Red Line train. Here it comes. Stop you there, train. Train 1. Just train 1. How many people can you take? 59. Well, we can give you more than that. 97. Oh, I can't afford it. Jeez. 2 million. $1 million. Okay, that means now you've got the capacity for 96 people. Okay. Just get rid of this build-up. 96 people, there we go. And this time there is no buses here. There's no buses. Well, here comes one. We do have, of course, we have a station as well to take these people to the next. That's okay. Gosh, look at that view. I certainly wouldn't mind taking a train into that countryside. I haven't done a single industry yet. I've laid a road down for an industry I plan to do, but I need some more money. $52, it's still okay. What is this doing? Oh, hang on a minute. Where are you going? Seriously. You are taking a long way around the barn. Yes, I hope you don't all start doing that. My God, there's another one. Oh, I did not expect them to take that. Well, I know what I can do. I'm not going to be using it this way. So, let's stop that. Yeah, you're not gonna. I think that's fine. You don't need to be using this. It's definitely just for those tools now. So I have found it a full-time job just keeping an eye on the trains in this game, to be honest, so far. And it's doing quite well. It's making quite a bit of money. There is quite a lot of people going back to this other town as well. But I'm most pleased with the fact that that system of putting these two stations as close as possible. I mean, I could have put it here, it would have been even closer, but you can really see the people are just going from one station to the other. These guys that get off here, I don't know what they do. I guess they just have to go to the local town shop. I don't even have a bus service here. do I really not have a bus service here? That would be something I could do. You could make some money on at least 2 buses driving people around if I wanted to. This town doesn't go anywhere. You need to go over here. To be honest, this is easier, an easier way to connect than on the other part of the map I was looking at earlier on, where you're surrounded by mountains. Roseville is surrounded by mountains, but this way it's just it's a straight stretch to get to Norfolk. That'll definitely be the thing I'll do next. Maybe not this episode, but because that's going to bring in more people to the system. Because at the moment there is no road or anything connecting these two. I don't know where Norfolk is connected to. It's not connected to anything, it doesn't look like. And then we've got Roseville. Alright, I'm kind of come full circle. So I could connect to Norfolk. Oh, right. God, the map is smaller than I thought. So yeah, I could connect this Norfolk to Madison. That's right. And then once I've done that, there is only this one more connection. And that's kind of it, I think. I think everything's connected up at that point. Little Rock. Oh, wow, there's probably more stuff out here. Yeah. Wichita. And Omaha. But I will have connected quite a lot of places when I get this connected with that one. That's what I'm going to do next. Connect Madison with Norfolk. That will also mean I'm going to put a bus service in here. I have no bus service. Gotta put a bus service in. How many people is this train going to take then going the other way? 32, right. So, yep, that's something to do. Let me go back to San Diego. That's okay. And then we go to Little Rock. Little Rock is really busy with these 2 stations, but because I've added on, I think I've added on enough carriages at the right time now. I'm managing all these. I'm managing the demand for all these places. And Roseville was the big surprise in terms of the amount of people that were using my station, but again, I think I've got that under control. Yeah. So that's kind of settled down a bit. I could change the buses. I don't like changing buses. I always find that it's like a waste of money. because well, like maybe the maintenance cost goes up a lot, and it is in your interests that this train now is not taking that many. Could be losing money on some of these trains now, because this train can take 78 people. I should leave it, because when I connect the other times there might be a big influx. A big influx of people. There's a lot of people walking around. I should probably put more buses in. How many people have we got here? 40. We've got this overlay here to tell us that's the destination thing. I don't know how that one works. The stations, they all are okay. Street traffic is fine. What line is it here? Well, you've got the regional line and you've got the bus line, bus 3. You've only got 3 buses. How can I tell if they're being busy or not? How do I... Bus 3. Is there any way of... I can look here, I guess. Bus 3. 11, 14, 6. They look pretty busy to me. I would think you could clone them. You've got the money. The regional buses. How are the regional buses doing? 14. Regional buses. How about we add 2 more? Bus 1. Bus 1's just got 2 buses. 13. Maybe we could just clone 1. So that's the 3 buses. We got 3 trains. God, I can't say that. Irish people can't say 3 trains. 3 trains. Can't even say it in English. You can tell these are all doing okay. Regional buses. They're all in bad condition. Everything's in bad condition. Right, 54 minutes. Got 5 minutes of this episode left. And so, what town am I in? Roseville. And I do want to start on the tools for Red Rock. It's not Red Rock, it's Little Rock, isn't it? Little Rock. I want to start on these. I have done nothing yet with any of these. And I've got a nice system ready for Little Rock. Everywhere seems to be alright in terms of the service and everything. And I've added some extra buses. 52. I guess I should change the bad train, shouldn't I? Here comes the train. It can hold 9258. Both my trains are maybe well, 700,000. So again we have people taking the bus here. I should set this kind of system up everywhere, really. It might work. Regional buses, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some away. I've got some here that are very bad. Let's sell all the bad ones. And then keep these 5. Just put a bus station beside a train. I mean, it's what happens in real life. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's what I do when I get off the airplane. I get a bus. That might be something to do in another episode. Try and get these things down beside the buses and do more regional buses. Obviously, the traffic, you don't want the traffic to get heavy. This is really the thing is to stop the traffic from growing as much as possible. Because that will kill everything if you can't sort out the traffic when when you start delivering the industrial items to these towns that are going to really grow. And so will your transport system, but you need to keep it. It's probably good to have in every town. You don't have it here. A bus depot that takes 3 or 4 buses from one town to the next. You just do it in every town. And maybe those buses can stop at 2 stops in this town as well before they go off. For instance, before they go off to the next town. The same here, you've got the depot here for buses. They do 2 or 3 stops in the town, and then, even before you put the rail in, they head off to this place. But that's for another day, because this episode is over.